Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to go ahead and throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Moat in the chat. Raspberries, beat me to it. If you're a subscriber, you can throw those emotes in the chat. If you're not a subscriber, you've got an option, which is to use other people's emotes or no emotes at all. You can just say hi. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Or you have this other option. It's a mystery option, unknown at this time what exactly it does, but you can choose not to say anything at all. You can just chill. Um, while I love to see people in chat, sometimes you don't have to. Lord Crashton says, here to build a model kit and chew gum, but you're all out of gum. Indeed. Hey, Lord Crashton, yes. I threw out my gum because I bought it last year and have not chewed it, and I was like, oh no, why do I still have this gum? John is here. Welcome. Uh, hello to everybody. This is the intro portion of the stream. We're giving people a chance to come in here. We're going to be some lazy bones. Then we'll let people like roll in fashionably late and be like, oh, is this where the party's at? The answer is yes, this is where the party's at. Um, I'm looking forward to working on this. What's going to be on the agenda for tonight? Well, in the second hour, we'll talk about manga and anime. I'll talk about a show that I am very conflicted about. That is an anime that I really like the premise and I like the main characters, but I don't. There's a lot of it I don't like, and it's one of those things where I'm like, am I gonna keep watching this? I don't know. Um, and like I don't know. Look, maybe we'll talk about. We'll probably talk a little bit more about Cowboy Bebop. Not much more. I don't really. A lot of people watched it, and there'll probably be more. Look, we figured there'd be more. I don't know how expensive it is to make, uh, but there'll probably be more of it. And that's weird. The very idea that there'd be more of it, because it's like, well, where do you go from? I mean, you more adventures, but like uncharted territories, I guess. It's odd. Adapt the movie, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna get into building soon. That's the thing we do around here is we model kit build, um, and hang out. Cowboys need to bebop. Yeah, I mean it's just like I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, look, the nicest thing I can say about the Cowboy Bebop reboot is I have seen more than one person say, I liked this. I think I'm gonna check out the anime finally. And that is the best case scenario. That someone who like wasn't watching anime in the late 90s or because they weren't born yet or because they just weren't into it, somebody that has been told over and over again, "Oh, well, you want to watch Cowboy Bebop if you haven't seen anime. Like that's one of the best anime ever created." That just like sure, sure, sure. That those folks could have the opportunity to watch this live action, to go into it and come out of it saying, that was fun. The music was cool, like they said it would be, and the action was cool, and the characters seemed neat. I guess I'll check out that anime finally. That is 100% exactly what like makes me not hate the product. Um, because that to me is the category of like, okay, um, you've got people who uh loved it, and you've got people who liked it. I've been saying, sorry, I'm gonna hit something there. I hit something there, and you got double audio right there. Sorry about that. I meant to hit the clip that button, and I hit another button by mistake. I like the new show a lot, but I didn't the anime as much as everybody else does. Okay, there you go. That's cool, Lord Crashington. Um, robots need to bebop. Indeed, they do need to bebop. Um, but and I know this is an important thing to say about any kind of adaptation is like the worst. Hmm, it's not hate watching if you were invested in it. Because people say like just don't watch it. But it's like, well, I wanted it to be good. And there were episodes I liked, and there was stuff that I was like, oh, I don't love this, but we'll see next, or well, maybe we'll get this, or that's a lot of vicious right now. I don't know what's going on here. But I wanted it to be good. I didn't go into it going, I can't wait to hate this. I don't watch things that I don't like, but I was compelled to see it through. Also, because I had been spoiled a moment in the show that I wanted to see actually play out, and I'm glad I did. But it's that thing where it's like I didn't go into it going like this is going to be garbage. Like I haven't watched the the Death Note adaptation because I don't really like Death Note. So why would I watch the live action version if I don't like the source material? And also, I've heard nothing good about it. So I'm like, bruh, nah, that's not. Why would I do that? I don't do that. Um, the vicious stuff made me more sense. The new show for me didn't like it in the anime. This is Lord Crashington. I still haven't watched it, but I listened to some of the soundtrack and wasn't immediately feeling it. So, I mean, some of the new stuff is fine and good. The old stuff still kicks ass. A lot of the moments, especially in episode 10, feel very like the iconic sounds and soundtrack moments feel very rushed because that episode feels very rushed. Um, so I didn't ever. I hate this version of Vicious. I despise him because he's look, Vicious in the anime is a force, is a will, is a fragment of Spike's memories that has come back. Is this force of evil, and he's not a well-rounded character. And I also don't think he's a well-rounded character in the live action. I think he is nothing and boring, and he's just facial expressions, and it is part of the poor adaptation. It is one of the least successful elements of it. Uh, they try to flesh out Julia, which sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, but also that I don't think you need to. I think those characters. I think in a 10 episode adaptation of a big chunk, lots of episode anime, you don't waste your time on those characters. They're figments. They're fragments. I just to me it felt like such a misguided uh, element to it. There's so much misguided in this. Like Jet doesn't need to be a deadbeat dad. There's just no reason for it. It's just unnecessary. Like what? We don't. There's just so much that I'm like, you don't need to be doing this. You can just do more shit. And it's like, did you run out of your fight choreography money? So you just put in a bunch of scenes of like people sitting around? I don't know. Uh, yeah. He's just an entitled prick. Lots of that going around these days. Yeah. So basically, I've talked about it. We're gonna get into building, and we're gonna actually do this, but like, uh, in my particular opinion, it looks cool. I think I love that the fight scenes are visible and readable. I think that is very impressive and cool. I think that some of those actors are having a fucking great time, and that's great. I think the people that made it are embarrassed to be making a live action adaptation of an anime. And it feels like it was made by people that didn't want to do it. And that fucking sucks. Because we are in a period now in media where the people who grew up loving certain things now get to make things like that or inspired by that. And there's not room for people who are embarrassed to be making it because it's that this media existed for too long for that. Uh, you knew people who were just like, a seminal work for me is Dragon Ball, making shit like this, and not people who are like, yeah, I don't know. People told me that anime is big, so I optioned this. Um, I don't think does live action Evangelion. I mean, the next thing is One Piece, which has some interesting casting, and I don't know how it's going to work. But the casting looked cool. I don't think it's going to be good, but I like that it exists. Um, look forward to live action One Piece. Yes, Rona told is the same team. Yeah. So the casting looks cool, but I think we're into exactly the same issue where it is. We got to go to the overhead here. Got to get in there. I got to retweet. Where it is made by people that are just like, yeah, we're doing this, I guess. But the one thing I will say is um, that, like, yeah, there seems to be more involvement. Toei does not want the live action Netflix series of One Piece to be bad. Toei does not want that at all. So that's good. Who knows? Also, I don't know what that Yu Yu Hakusho thing is going to be, if it's a movie or a TV show, but there's something from live action YYH coming at some point, and that's interesting. Um, see how they adjust weird character designs and abilities to live action. Yeah, they did let Dragon Ball Evolution happen. You're not wrong. Um, but then Brawly made a lot of money, so I don't know. Now it's like maybe different. Who knows? Uh, they did let Dragon Ball Evolution happen, though. You're not wrong. Anyway, hey, let's before we get into building, let's just look at this. Let's just like I don't do this enough. Let's like look at here's the leg without any movement in it, just kind of like your standard straight leg, and here is with as much bendability as possible. You can see all the pieces kind of open and pop out there. Like there's movement here, there's movement right there. As we kind of close it in, this piece will pop back into place because this locks down. Then this like pops in. There's still parts that we haven't put on here. We're almost done with the legs, and then we'll panel line it. And then as we kind of compress all of this together here, it all kind of pops back into the legs. Also, I love that these legs are so symmetrical that the only difference to make this the right or left leg is how I move this piece. I really like that. We're not done with it. We still have to do some batting, but as much as I like worry about real grades, and look, when we get to do the head and I'm dealing with incredibly small pieces, I will be cursing this kit. Do not get me wrong. Cursing at the kit, not cursing it. But yeah, I will be mad at it. But for right now, I'm loving the details, and I think they are fantastic. This is so far a pleasure to build, which is nice to have a pleasurable build. All right, 6, and that's going to be 7. All right, so we're almost done with the legs. We got to panel line this thing. I put the feet on just so we could take a look at it, but it won't matter that I put the feet on before I put these parts on, so that's fine. So that's 6, and 7's going to go there. We'll just pop all these out, and then we'll deal with that. It was weird to realize that the bratty teen from War of the Worlds was also Goku. Yeah, look, I don't think about Dragon Ball Evolution that much. I've seen it. I was with friends, and I got outvoted, and so we watched it. Because normally, I wouldn't watch it. Like, hey, guess what? I didn't watch Last Airbender. I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I never saw the live action because no, I don't need to see that. I don't need to have a bad time. I'm here for a good time. Um, gotta see it once. Yeah. Spike Spiegel is from Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. World is wild. Indeed. Indeed. You're not wrong. Um, look, I truly believe that if you enjoyed that, great. If you hated it, you're with me in it. I'm mostly just disappointed in the Cowboy Bebop adaptation. If it means people are going to check out the anime, that's awesome because I love the anime. I think it holds up and I think it's cool. If it means that maybe we'll get a re-release of Knocking on Heaven's Door because I believe that Blu-ray is very hard to find, that would be great too. Because I think the movie is excellent. If it means that like people will be willing to give other things a chance and maybe bigger budgets and more interesting things, like it's not inherently bad to want to adapt things. Actually, here's what I would love to see. I would love to see streaming services, and by that I mean Fun Roll, or Crunchimation. I would like to see them start licensing the Japanese live action adaptations of anime because those exist. Crunchimation, yeah. No, that's soundtrack though. The movie is fine. I think like uh I think the movie has incredible scenes and then a lot of padding that's not particularly great. But yeah, that soundtrack is fantastic. It's just more great soundtrack. Um, so there are plenty of live action adaptations like there's and we don't get to see those. There is the live action adaptations that I would love to see of Laid Back Camp. Um, Somehow there's a live action Isaacin, Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, and like I would love to see that. I don't think I'll ever will like legally and properly, but that's something that I would be interested in checking out. Again, like I don't see that as like a thing that I'm gonna get to check out, but it's cool. I think the closest we got was when like something like Gallon Dino, which had a live action component to it. Like we get that. We'll get those things. But to get like actual adaptations released here is less likely, which is a shame. I would be pleased to see that more of that. Okay, so this like pops in. This is one of those things where like I know this is like pops out this piece here, but it doesn't want to go in smoothly and makes me very nervous that I'm doing it wrong. So I'm like trying to be very careful about putting this in because this doesn't feel like it wants to slide in all the way. And it needs to. It needs to like slide in and it won't. And I'm like, did I do this wrong? So I'm gonna like pop this out. Yeah, because maybe yeah, I think it wants to go like that. Okay. Yeah. All right. So it was. I had it on the wrong. I had it on the wrong side. So that is why. I was like, this doesn't seem like it wants to go in, which makes me think I was doing it wrong. And the answer, it was. I was doing it wrong. But anyway, yeah, I would like to see those live action interpretations, like things that like are just the almost direct versions. Like, oh, I would love to see the live action Given because Given is a beautiful piece of animation and a beautiful story, and I'm like, wouldn't mind seeing that. I think that would be a cool show to watch like that. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know how a good a job that version is, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. It would be nice, like I said, to see it like legally and not like a fan sub like version. But I don't know if we're gonna ever get that with any of these. So I'm not like holding my breath on any of that. All right, so this one just looks perfect, but this one didn't work out right. Why? Why is this like? Oh, there we go. All right, I got it in there. Constantly worried about stuff like that where I'm like, okay, this is just not working immediately. So what did I do wrong? And sometimes I did something wrong. Other times it just like needs a little bit of a nudging. It'll work fine. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's see. Like I said, I'll talk about the good anime or the questionable anime that I watched on Netflix because now I have Netflix for a month, so like I'm gonna like check out some stuff that I haven't seen in a while, catch up on a few things, watch some originals here and there that I haven't seen since the last time I had Netflix because I don't keep it. I basically don't keep it when there's not an appointment thing that I want to watch. Like this one was like, okay, I do want to watch this, so I'm gonna get it again because I do want to see the Bebops. But now it's like, okay, I don't know what the next like What else is out there? So, trying to find that. Hmm, other things that we can talk about tonight. Uh, I'm working on this thing. I'm done. I'm done with this project. This is a freelance gig. It has nothing to do with anything I do here. So, like, I can talk about it here. I have not watched Hathaway's Flash yet, Lashbrook. I need to see that. Still haven't seen that. That's on my list of things to check out. I will see it because it would be good to see, and because you know I want to. So that is on the agenda. So good. Yeah, that is on the agenda. Um, so I was working on this project. Okay, and we're done with the legs here. So now we can decide that this is the right leg, this is the left leg, and then we can panel line. It is time to panel line. Um, so yeah, I've mentioned this before. Many of you know this. A project that or a job that I have here. I have a freelance gig where I work on some data entry stuff. Good evening, Dirty. Welcome. I work on some stuff doing data entry, updating things. It's all freelance. And what I've been doing a lot lately has been updating PowerPoint presentations and or Google slideshows. Doing some updates on there. Like sometimes it's entering new information, or sometimes it's just like making it say 2022 instead of 2021 or 2020 because some of these presentations didn't happen. So it's like doing that kind of stuff. Like I get the information, I do the updates. They have somebody check it. It's usually very simple. Sometimes it's tedious. Like it's like, hey, could you update this? And like, hey, could you build this graph to be more dynamic? And you're like, I mean, like here, sure, no problem. But it's not hard. They're little freelance projects and do them and whatever. They give me time and tell me exactly what they want, and I try to facilitate those things. And I'm happy to do it. But occasionally, I get one that is a lot of work and a lot of headaches, and I don't understand exactly what I'm doing. And I just finished up one of those, and I'm so glad I'm done with it because holy shit, it broke my brain because it was very technical medical jargon, like scientific medical stuff. Uh, like I would like copy paste like some text, and all of it would be read because none of it was in a common language dictionary that I had, and so I had to like look up terms and like be like, this sentence doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Let me learn all the words in this sentence and then see if I can like, okay, now that I've read this, okay, that does make sense. This makes sense. Okay, I can like combine these things, these thoughts here, and okay, I put that there. Okay, no, this was spelled wrong, and I keep spelling it wrong, and it was just like a lot. It was so much work to figure out, but it's over. I finished it, I submitted it. I'm waiting to hear about any corrections or mistakes that I might have made, but I think I'm okay with it. I think I did okay. And it's mostly just like the biggest relief because this was like a lot. Paid pretty good to do it, had some time to do it. Didn't like also was dealing with the deadline where like I had to get it done like today. Originally I had it till Wednesday, and they were like, actually, we would love to get that soon because we don't want to work on like the person who's going to look at it didn't want to do it this week, like later in the week. And I was like, I totally understand that. So I got rushed on it. So I'm glad I was picking away at it because occasionally these projects I get them and I'm like, this is easy. I'll wait on this. Thankfully, I didn't think that about this project because if I had waited, I would have been in a lot of trouble because I did not understand some of the things that were being written in there. Like I said, most of the time it's very easy. It's always dry. There's nothing exciting about these projects, but this one was the most intense, and it's over, and I'm so happy it is because holy shit, I don't want to do that anymore. That particular project. Um, but yeah, so that is a big relief to have that weight off my shoulder. Thanksgiving's coming up. I'll say this now because some people don't stick around till the end of the streams, and that's okay. I understand. Be here as long as you want, as long as you can, as long as you feel like. But I should say, Wednesday, I'm going to model kit build. I'm continuing working on this kit on Wednesday. Thursday, no stream. Thursday is Thanksgiving in the U.S., and that's where I'm at. So I will be celebrating Thanksgiving with my parents and with their very close friends that are local here. And it'll be very nice, and it will be fun. And I'll be done in time to stream, but I will be full of turkey and fixins and not interested in doing that. Um, so Wednesday, instead of playing games or gaming, instead of gaming, I will be model kit building. So, and then Saturday I'll be back with my normal stream. So you can come check that out if whatever. So I do apologize for people that include that for whom Thanksgiving is Thursday. It's just Thursday. I know there are folks out there like that. I have been that in the past. For you, I say, well, let me see. Let me see if Ian is doing that. Let me go look at a website. Let me look at a website and see what the loading ready run is doing. Tinker Tailor Solder Fry. Yes. Okay. So, so this Thursday, just this Thursday, I would say, go to loading ready run and watch Ian, my friend Ian, do his stream that is an inspiration for me doing this. I don't know what he's going to do this Thursday, but he's streaming and he does lots of DIY projects and lots of stuff that's very fucking cool. And so he'll be doing that on Thursday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Pacific for him. So so do that just this once, but never again. Or just watch like the first 45 minutes of his stream, and then come and watch me on another Thursday. But yeah, I'm excited for Thanksgiving, getting some stuff together. I'm not doing any cooking this year. And my dad generally likes to carve the turkey. Which I love doing. I love carving the turkey. So I don't get to do that. But I will debone it. I will, after the fact, cut all the meat off of it and segment the meat between your dark meat, your light meat, and your pink meat, which is great for soups and stuff because my dad will make a soup with the carcass. So I will help in that effort, but I will not have any direct role in carving the bird unless he decides he doesn't want to do it, in which case I will jump in there. But that is his call. It is his house. It's not my house. So, I like carving turkeys. I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing the carving. So I wish that I could be able to, but it's okay that I don't get to do it because it's mostly about being around people. And John says, I'm excited for Thanksgiving because my partner is going to do all the cooking and I'll do all the eating. Hell yeah. I do like some of the prep. I think the prep is fun, but yeah, I'm not really going to be helping out with that. I'm mostly going to be helping with making sure the house is clean and ready for company and all that shenanigans. And then, eating some good food, making sure people are their wine glasses are full and, and their plates are full and all that kind of stuff. So that's mostly it. But maybe, yeah, I do miss carving a turkey. In general, I miss my friends in New York and our Friendsgiving. That had been a thing that I had done for many years, was go to my friends, Brett and Sebastian's, who I love dearly, and they would host a Thanksgiving for a bunch of people that did not have a family in New York or were not going to go travel to see people. And it was very fun, and I miss that activity. I miss the people I would see only at that event, because there were a few people that they were like, oh yeah, I used to work with so and so, and now they're here, and it's just like, okay, I only know you from the person but I look forward to playing Jackbox games with you next year. Yeah, I miss that. I miss that very much. I miss a lot about New York, but I miss that. John says, also, we got a dishwasher installed tomorrow, or you get that, so hopefully cleanup will be easier. Well, I mean, yeah, if you get a dishwasher, that does make things easier. Sometimes you will. An issue if you're not cleaning as you go is that you're like, oh no. But even if you're doing the serving trays thing, because if you have people over and you're gotta have presentation, like you just end up with so many pots and pans. It's a lot. It is a lot. A big meal like that. Um, so good luck with that, and good luck with the installation of your dishwasher. See, there's a dishwasher here, and I just never use it, like because I generally am cooking for one or whatever. Like I don't know, I just always just use the sink. Occasionally, I will load up the dishwasher if it's full of other stuff and it's about to get turned on, but I don't go out of my way. So we are done with the legs here. Our legs are done with just like a little bit of stickers here on the very inside of the feet, which you can't really see. We had no stickers other than that on these legs. We'll put these aside over here. And we're going to move on now, and we're going to work on the waist because we're building the kit from the ground up, basically. So we're going to do John says generally supposed to be more environmentally friendly from a water standpoint. I have heard that, but yeah, I think it's mainly because like it's like, well, I did my dish, like I don't know, I made a pot and I made dirty and a cutting board dirty and some cutlery dirty and a plate dirty. I'll just wash these in the sink and be done with it. But that's because that's in my head. I'm alone, which I'm not right here. Okay, so we're working on the waist. We're going to use the F and G here, and there will be stickers on the waist, and there will be stickers that I don't think we're going to see much of, which is it's a weird thing about a real grade. This real grade has like stickers that are pretty hidden, unless you wanted to really show off like the skeletal structure of the kit. It's a weird choice, and I don't quite understand that. Some of the Iron Blood Orphans like full mechanics kits had that as well, and it's always felt weird to me. They're like, yeah, these stickers go here. You won't really see them, but they're there. So we could avoid them, but I don't know. Why not just put the stickers on and see how they look? That's F there. That's F17 on this side. One pot, one plate, one fork, probably not an optimal load. No, certainly. And you can just let them pile up, but it's like, well, I got like a good cutting board and an okay cutting board. And so I want to wash that cutting board all the time because I got a good one. So I want to like use the good one all the time. And it's just when I'm doing like a lot of things and I want to be like, oh, I got to chop onions and I don't want onion to get into anything else until it's cooked. I'll do the onions on the small cutting board or something like that, or that kind of thing. All right, so we need some G pieces, so we'll pull out all the G's that we need. 18. We haven't done anything from this sprue, so we'll get into the sprue here. 18 here, great. But yeah, I'm excited for some Thanksgiving. Let me know, folks. We heard from John. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? Are you doing anything? You get up and watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, or as some people call it, the Macy's Day Parade. They just take the Thanksgiving out, which is always funny to me when people call it's the Macy's Day Parade. It's like no. The original one was actually the earliest parade was to celebrate Christmas and also to advertise the Macy's in New York. That was just like it was a celebration, and then eventually it became an institution of a holiday thing. But yeah, there's the parade. Lastberg says, is Goku even going to be there this year? I don't know if Goku's back. I hope Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Goku is there. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I hope he is. I hope we see Blue Goku. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't pay attention to what's going to be there. Look, here's the thing. I believe that we are still in the era of Snoopy as an astronaut, which is a good era. We're back to that. We're back to that tradition. I really enjoy. And I believe, it's been in there for years. We still have, hey, this is an awkward pose for Spider-Man. It's just very embarrassing that they never did a new Spider-Man. They got to do a new Spider-Man. It's just, look it up. Google it. But yeah, I don't know if Goku's going to be in the parade. But yeah, let me know, folks. You're watching the parade. You going somewhere to eat. You're just doing it yourself. You're just going to be at work, and it's just a Thursday. I always like to hear from you and know what y'all are up to. So feel free to let me know what the dealio is. All right, so 9 and 10. 9 and 10. 9 and 10. Okay, so this is 9. Putting these stickers on. We'll see how they go. I like these are very shiny stickers. I enjoy the shine on them. But they are small. And as I said, I don't know if we'll actually see them when they are applied. Or when we like build up this waste. I don't know if they'll be noticeable. He is, it turns out. Okay, Goku's going to be in the parade. Great. Then everybody gets to see Goku. So that's fun. It's, you know what? It's fun to see Goku. So that'll be good. But yeah, I want to hear from y'all. Lord Grasham says, hanging out with the parents on Thursday. Hell yeah. That's fun. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Good to see people, you know. I'm my plans, as I said, got a couple coming over. That's nice. Got my parents, got myself. That's gonna be fun. Thursday evening, not streaming here. As I said, going to be doing a hangout. Gonna do a Zoom. It's been a little while since we Zoomed, and some people were saying like, "Hey, we should Zoom." So some of the people that I haven't seen in quite some time that I only see online, and some people I haven't really seen online because they don't do it too often. We're gonna do a Zoom call. Will that devolve into some of us getting on Discord and playing Jackbox games? I hope it does. Also, two of the people that are going to be there, I have through my tweets and through one of them reaching out to me, they also have been playing Halo, and they are part of my old-time Halo crew. So me tweeting about like getting back into Halo, with and playing, and they're like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm on PC. Get it on Steam." And they're like, "Okay." So it looks like I'm gonna play some Halo this weekend with some old friends that I used to play Halo with, at our friend Terry's house. So I'm really looking forward to that because that's gonna be nonsense. That's gonna be real nonsense, and I'm really psyched about it. Uh, yeah, because some of them like have been. One of them has been playing and like kind of stopped. Like he got back into it now, but he kept playing Halo. Like I played a little bit of Halo 3, and that's kind of it for up until now. But one of my friends has been playing like consistently, and the other friend stopped when Halo 2 when we started doing Halo 2 from home instead of going to someone's house to play Halo. He stopped, and he's like, "Hey, for work, I had to get like a gaming laptop so I can play Halo with you guys, right?" And we were like, "Yeah, probably." He's got like a good gaming laptop that he got for his work, which is very funny because they were like, this is powerful enough for you to edit on, so we're getting this for you. And he was like, "Oh, okay." So his home computer for work is a gaming laptop. So I guess it does look good on it and runs well. So we'll be playing some Halo, and that's just fun for me. I'm really enjoying it. Um, Look, do I wish I could pick what I'm doing there? Yeah, because sometimes we get Slayer, and I'm not much of Slayer. I'd rather do team stuff. And then there are people who are like, I don't want to be playing Capture the Flag right now, and I'm like, well, get out of here, fuck off then, because I want to be playing Capture the Flag right now. So, but for the most part, it's fun. It's a fun time. Um, all right, putting some stickers on here, and then we will continue working on the waist. Um, yeah, I gotta be honest, folks, not a lot going on with me. Just mostly just hanging out, getting some work done. It's like the holiday week. Uh, kind of treated like that. It's getting cold here in South Carolina. Cold front coming through. Going to be like this now for basically till the end of the year, which is frustrating because I don't want that. But whatever. Cold and rainy. It's coming. Uh, Went to the dump today, folks. That is right. We do not have. Well, we could pay for curbside pickup, but instead we don't, and most of our neighbors don't. And you just in charge of yourself, and you go to the local recycling and trash center, aka the dump, as my family calls it. So we just take all our stuff to the dump. And today was big bags of leaves for the area for lawn stuff. So just big old bags of leaves. Now you're saying to yourself, Pat, where did the bags filled with leaves come from? And they came from me raking and leaf blowing and then raking and then sweeping and then dumping all these leaves into big bags and then piling them into a car and driving them to the dump and then emptying the bags because we don't buy the bags that the paper bags that you can just throw in with lawn care that then get mulched and it's fine. We're using other bags, so I have to then dump all of the leaves in there, but then we can use the bags again. So it's probably better in the long run, but it is more annoying. And it's fine. But yeah, that was today. So it was a nice drizzly morning, 10 a.m. at the dump. Throwing away a lot of leaves, dumping leaves. Because you can't just burn them, folks. You want to, right? Wait, where did that sticker go? There it is. You want to just start a big old bonfire and get rid of leaves that way. But you can't do that. You can't just start a big bonfire in the back area of your yard and just have all the leaves there. Just light it all on fire. You want to do that, but you can't. I don't actually want to do that. There'll be a lot of smoke. What I want is to just pile a bunch of bags at the end of the driveway and then have someone come and pick them up and cart them away. But whatever. I don't make the rules. The nice thing is I won't have to mow the yard. I mean, there's probably one more, but it'll be with the mulcher on. It'll be to get a bunch of leaves in February. I'm very excited about that being done because I don't like mowing the yard at all. So I'm very excited about that being a thing that I don't have to worry about pretty soon. It'll be great. So yeah, you see this little, you can't see, yeah, you can see that. There's a little silver there. I don't think it's going to be too noticeable, but whatever. We're doing it. Hey, Harold, welcome. Happy to have you here, my friend. Hope you are fully recovered from your streaming, your charity stream on Saturday. We did the raid, as folks know. We raided Harold's stream, and that I was happy to do that. And yeah, happy to have you back. Also, we didn't really have Harold because of Desert Bus. Harold's checking that out, which also I popped in for now and again. So we rated that, which was nice. That was an excellent event this year. The kind of home, kind of not home desert bus, the hybrid bus. It was a good time. They raised $1.1 million for Child's Play charity, which is just unbelievable. It is an incredibly high number, ridiculously high number. Good on them for it. Yeah, and it was good to see some people interact and raise money. Entertaining year. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Thanks for the raid donation. No problem. Harold was very close to hitting $800, and I had a little bit left in the charity war chest to give, and so it felt like that was an easy choice to make that donation. Okay, so why is this not working right? What am I doing wrong here? That goes in like that, and that goes in this. Higher? I literally raised my voice. I was like, is it higher? Does it go higher? See if we can get this to... Yeah, we did it. Hooray. I don't know what I was doing weird there, but it's fine now. This has to raise and lower a little bit. Great. Waist connected. Moving on. DB was awesome. It totally was. Desert Bus was really fun this year. Great turnout. Look, were there things that didn't happen that I wish yet had? Yeah. I wish there had been a corp line. But I also very much respect why there wasn't one. I really enjoy corp line. And that's where it started. So it is nice. Excuse me. Sorry. It's nice to have that. Oh, nice. Harold says somebody added $50 after you stopped streaming, so you finished at 850. Well, great. I'm glad to hear that, friend. That's rad. All right, so we gotta attach a bunch of other stuff to this, so let's do that now. But yeah, Desert Bus Pro. Now I'm just like watching clips from the stuff I didn't watch while it happened. So it's mostly um, the Zeta shift, because that is just, I am not awake for any of Zeta, and that is the stuff that I've missed the most of, which is a shame because I, like Beach and Heather, and I don't know Carrie that well other than Desert Bus stuff, and Molly and I met at. Molly Lewis is one of those people that like I met at PAX, and both of us were just like, the first time we met, we were like in a group that like had been haphazardly put together to get food, and it was that thing where like we were doing bits, and then at one point she went, "I'm Molly," and I went, "I'm Pat. Nice to meet you," because we had been doing like goof ups at the table and eating, and hadn't actually introduced ourselves, because it was that thing where it was like, because I said, "Molly, I feel bad because I know you from the internet, and we might have met at a PAX before now." And she was like, "Oh, I don't feel bad about that anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I still do, but I get it." Um, but it was very nice. She's lovely and incredibly talented. Um, so yeah, I feel bad that 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 shift is a shift I see the least of. So it's good to check it out. I'm just not awake when they do that. It's not going to happen. All right, so we'll put that there. Slowly making our way through the waist. I'm glad we finished the legs. Like, obviously, we didn't have much to do with the legs today, but I was like still happy that we got the legs done, because this is a very involved kit. It's a real grade. Look, this was an expensive kit, but it's like it was a lot of money, but it's going to look real good. So I'll be happy with how it turns out. And then F8, which is over here. I would catch a little Zeta before work. I didn't catch any Dawn Guard live after the weekend. Yeah, so I would see some of Dawn Guard because I'm, during the day. Most of what I watched was Alpha Flight. Yeah, so I saw just about all of Alpha Flight up until getting ready to stream here. And the nights where I wasn't streaming, I would catch um, uh, a Night Watch live, and then when otherwise I would watch clips and catch up on it. And then after stream, we would go and raid Night Watch, so I would see that. And then, yeah, Dawn Guard, just like I would see some of, but not a lot of. Also, Dawn Guard for many days was having big technical hurdles. And I couldn't watch that live because I was just like, nope, can't with these technical hurdles. They were just tough for me to watch. So that kept me from watching like the first day or so. Um, but yeah, overall, good charity event. Lots of money raised, good times. The robot, which was just a CRT gutted with an iPad screen put into it, and then a human putting it on their head, and that being how they communicated with guests from the live portions, was very good. That was very funny and very interesting how that was put together for Alpha Flight and Night Watch. Real good. Um, and I managed to stump Ian and Corey with a fake name for the Fate franchise. That was my contribution to Desert Butts this year. Was I created a true or false quiz, and it was names from the Fate movie franchise. So it was either an actual name from one of the many Fate movies, or it was a fake name that I came up with. And last year I did Isekai or Magic Card, and it was the name. It was either the name of an Isekai or it was the name of a Magic Card, and they completely destroyed it. The crew knew, like, most of them knew all of the anime, and all of them knew all of the Magic cards. So I completely could not uh, do that. That did not work out for me. But this year I was like, I did not realize that Corey and Ian had watched so much of the Fate movies. I did not anticipate that. But yeah, it was still a good time. I still enjoyed some good goofs there. Um, I'd watch about an hour of Night Watch before bed. I liked all the TNG stuff. Yes, there was a lot of TNG stuff, and it was good. It was very fun. Um, I love that when Wiggins came in, he was in a runabout. I think that is just very fun. That when he was coming in, they didn't put him in the robot; they put him in a runabout. I thought that was just very, very smart and interesting. That was a fun idea. Good goofs, good times. I like when they do bits that people in other shifts are like, "Oh, why didn't we do that?" Because that was very clear that there were some people who were like, "Oh, I want to be in the TNG bit." Oh, very funny. Okay, that goes here. All right, so let's get this waste put together. Um, but yeah, that was a good charity event, and now I have a bunch of clips to watch of stuff that I have not seen, and that's good. That's always nice. Going into the holiday, and of course, folks, we talked about Thanksgiving. I should plug a podcast I have nothing to do with but enjoy very much, which is Till Death Do Us Blart. It is the McElroy brothers, who you may know from My Brother and Me, and Adventure Zone, and a bunch of other stuff. Welcome, Ironhide. So the McElroy brothers, and the co-hosts of another podcast, The Worst Idea of All Time, where they watch the same movie every week for an entire year and do a podcast every week talking about the movie. They combined, so every Thanksgiving they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, um, and then they talk about the movie. And they've been doing it for several years now. And it's interesting. I've never seen that movie, and I will never see that movie. It is way more fun to never see it and just listen to the podcast. So I'm looking forward to that this year's podcast again, because it is a nonsense thing that they do. Um, Guy, Mon- Guy Montgomery from The Worst Idea of All Time, and also from Till Death Do Us Blart, was also in the most recent season of the New Zealand version of Taskmaster. And it was very nice to see Guy there, because Guy is great and was so weird and great on the show. So that made me happy to be like, oh, I know Guy. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I also got to meet him very briefly, because he came in to do a UCB show when I was still there, and when it was still there, and live things were still happening. And I got to say, I got to tell him, I was like, I really like your podcast. I will never ever watch that movie. It's more fun to just imagine it. And he was like, good call, good call. But yeah. Um, okay. So yeah, so like, look, if you're looking for something to listen to, there's a backlog catalog of that from death. Sorry, till death do us blart is the name of it. Got some undergate stuff to clean up on here. Some overhang parts that need to get clipped away. We'll get that in. What am I doing wrong here? Where does this go? Ah, there we go. Great. All right, so we got that pieces on there. We'll build the whole waist, and then we will assemble then we'll panel line it, as always. I like to get the whole unit together. Some people do panel lining as they go, as they put the parts together. Some people do it on the sprues. I like to do it at the end, because that does avoid having to clean up stuff that didn't need it anyway. So I don't mind doing that. the thing I have to do, I will do that in just a moment. Let me get this done here. What I have to do is clean up all the undergate because there's just the extra little nubbins that need to get cleaned up. And so I got to do that. And then I will hit the ska button. Thank you for using your channel points for the ska button. Appreciate you very much. December, we will have a new ska song. Once again, I will be using what is available to me easily. Oh, Dirty wants me to hydrate, and I will do that. Thank you, Dirty, for using your channel points for that. Cheers. But yeah, I basically every month I will be doing that. And then Lord Crashton wants me to ring the bell. Let me pull out this. Let me clip this one piece out here, and then I'll do that. Not the one piece, one of these pieces. Let me just find piece 20, and then I will ring the bell. Don't worry about it. There it is. Great, it's right here. But yeah, I will be going through the available soundboard like songs that you can get and download. And then when I've gone through all of the ones that I can do that sound ska-ish and fit, I will then find my own that are not going to get me DMCA'd. So I will be going to that soon. So that was the bell that I rang. Thank you, Lord Crashton, for using the channel points. And then, of course, Lord Crashton says, finally found where the One Piece has been all along. Yes, the One Piece. This is the One Piece. It is just a component that you won't see that is part of this, the waste of this model kit that wasn't released until 2021. Oh, here we go. Sliding all over the place. These are so long, just like they're so big that they don't fit right in my shelving here. So I look forward to getting through all of these so I don't have to use these here. All right, a G23. Got it. Good. Here we go. Coming out. Let's see. We'll take a pause for the calls in a moment or two. I'll talk about ways you can support the channel. You know me. That's what I do. That's how I do things. So we'll get into that in a bit. And then we'll also talk about some manga and some anime in the second hour, because that's also what we do around here. Got 2 manga to talk about, 2 anime. Pretty good time. Okay, so I need I'll need another G, but I need one and 2. Okay. 1 and 2. Oh, that's I2. Here's I1. This lovely silver. Oh, I love this chromed out silver here. So good. It looks so nice. There's not a lot of it. And it's like, but it just kind of, I don't know, it makes everything pop. Makes me want to get like these like metallic markers to do some stuff myself. I have no plans to do that, but it does make me want to do that. No undergates on this, which is good. I'm glad they include that anytime there's an undergate, you know, where you got to clip off a little extra plastic before you assemble. They include that in the instructions, which is nice. It is nice that they do that. Oh, this is going to go in here. Ooh, that looks nice. That looks sharp and really good. And then I just need G19, and then we'll take our break. Let me get out G19 here. G17. 19. All right. And there's the undergate right there. And the undergate right there. Great. And I just have to figure out how this connects to this. There we go. Ooh, looks nice. Oh, and then Harold wants me to also play the ska button, and I will. And then, of course, we will go to the intro screen because the Scottrade never ends. Indeed. This is the pause for the cause. This is my attempt to talk to y'all about ways you can support the channel if you so are inclined. All of the things I'll be talking about here are optional things you could do if you wanted to support what I do here. None of these things are things that I'm like, you gotta do this. It would be great if you did. First and foremost, let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego. If you're a tier 2, you have the Scythe emote. Throw the emotes in the chat. As I said, next year in January, there will be a third emote. A fourth emote total. You'll have access to the Scythe emote, Death Scythe Pat, and there will be a new tier 2 emote, and that's coming in January because I will need to give the person I have I have not asked her to make it yet. So I'm saying January because that's when I actually ask her to do it. I will give her the deadline of sometime in January. I should ask her to do it, and I have not. That's on me. Anyway, subscribing is an easy way to support what I do here, and I appreciate it if you're so inclined to do so. You can use your Prime Gaming token if you have Amazon Prime. You link it with your Twitch account. That goes to me there. It's free for you. I get a little bit of money. Harold says need to make more modes. Yeah, I want to make another one. I think it's time. But also I should say, hey, you can also use Cash Money. You could gift a sub. Aristophan has gifted 2 subs this month. You could join Aristophan in the gift sub leaderboard by gifting a sub. Bits and coins also always appreciated. Harold has done some bits, and the Ja has done some bits, which I appreciate very much. I should say again that currently I am at 46 out of 50 subscribers. I would like to be at 50 subscribers. If you would like to become a subscriber, please, that would be great. If you want to gift someone in the community a subscription, that would also be great. And if you've been gifted a sub, you can convert that to a regular subscription, and they don't charge you till your gift sub is expired, which is cool. And they should do that. You can also join me on Patreon, patreon.com/PatBear. Trying to get to $150 a month there. Right now I'm at $147, I believe. So you can join me on my Patreon. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier there. If you're new to the stream, this is my ad break. I'm going to talk about ways you can support me. We'll get back to the building real soon. I try to go through this fast if I can. Patreon, easy way to support me. Also, if you want to support me for free, subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/PatBear. I make videos every Wednesday and every other Monday. I put a new video up at youtube.com/PatBear. I have a special video that will be going up on Friday. That's just, I'll tell you now, folks. On Friday, I'm going to put up a video that is me looking at my current backlog. So it is whatever I have on my build list, not including things that are coming in the mail that have said they'll be shipped out in November that have not been shipped out yet. So excluding those 2 things, I have some kits, and I'm going to talk about them because I want to do that every month. Every month I want to look in my backlog, see what I have to let people know what's there because I think that will be fun. I think people would like that, so I'm doing that. That'll be out to everybody on Friday. Let's see, what else can I say? Oh, so YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube, and you get the Wednesday videos I make a day early. You get that on Tuesday. Well, something. A little thing I can do. Direct donations through Coffee and PayPal. No longer through Streamlabs. I don't use it anymore. So you can go directly to a Coffee or PayPal for direct donations to directly support me. Everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, AdSense, both AdSense and memberships through Patreon and through Twitch goes to buying model kits and equipment. That's how I have this fun stream deck. That's how I have this real grade. This kit was expensive, and I would not have this kit if it wasn't for y'all supporting me here financially. That gave me the ability to go, ooh, that's pricey, but looks really cool and will only get more expensive if I don't buy it now. I have the money to buy it now. So thank you very much for your continued support. It does mean, it means a lot. It does actually genuinely mean the world to me that folks are interested and available and able to support me as I do this cool endeavor. look, I'm building this real great. I bought this with money that y'all gave me through various means. I have stuff in my backlog, as I said, that I would like to get to, but I won't get to that if you buy something from my Amazon wish list. If you buy something on my wish list, it comes in the mail, I shoot a video about it, and then it jumps the queue. I build it sooner than I build other things. I've got Lego sets here on my wish list. I just added some model kits, some kits that are expensive. They're in the $30 range. I have what I believe to be there's like a couple high grades from Iron Blood Orphans that I haven't built yet. And so I put one of those on here, the Hayakurin, um, uh, which I think like is a fun looking kit with a weird looking head, great colors. It's a pink kit, a pink and like deep red. So I put that on the wish list. But yeah, I've got model kits, I've got some equipment. It's actually like a pretty short list right now because I've built a lot of model kits in 4 years and not a lot of new stuff is coming up that is also available on Amazon. But I'm trying to keep it up to date with cool stuff for y'all to take a look at. But yeah, if you buy something on the wish list, like I said, jumps the queue. I build it sooner. We'll get back to building in just a minute or two, but I gotta do a few more promotions. An alternative to my Amazon wish list is you could buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store and then DM me the code that you got from buying that gift card. And then I'll use that gift card at USA Gundam Store. That's the alternative to Amazon. It's the best I can do. I couldn't figure out Target's wish list thing. There's a way to do it so that you don't see the address you're sending stuff to, but I couldn't figure it out, and I need to. That is a Pat Bear project that I will be figuring that out because I would like to have a wish list alternative to Amazon via Target. Apparently, that is a thing you could do, and you can have it so that people don't know where they're sending it, which is what I need that to be. So I'm investigating. I got a Discord. You can join my Discord if you want to support me for free. Discord's nice. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. It's a cool little place. My Discord's nice. Let's see. Pat Bear's Anime Club. I got a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club out, and it's a ranking video. I haven't done a ranking video in a little while, so I ranked some tabletop and card game anime. I ranked 9 of them. So maybe there's shows that you've seen and you have your own opinion on. Maybe there's shows you've never seen and you'd like to hear me talk about them a little bit and rank them. Let me know, watch it. Let me know if you agree or disagree and my various thoughts on it. And then also the best of Build with Baer. The best of Build with Baer is a weekly series where it's just me with a little bit of clip and me talking about a thing. This video is about useless stickers that I put on a kit, and I was like, why did I spend so much time on? You can barely see these. You can't see these at all. It's just me being mad, and it's very typical of my feelings on stickers in this stream. So I was happy to have that clip. I have a new clip coming out on Wednesday. Check it out. They're fun. What else? What else? What else? Okay, so that's it for me promoting stuff. I'm going to drink a little more water, and then we're going to talk about anime, and then we're going to talk about a manga. Some manga. I disagree with everything on the list, and I've seen none of them. Thanks, Lord Crashington. That's the third option. If you just think you're like, look, I don't know anything about this game where you take parts of a poem and it's a competitive game, but I know that it's not as good as you say it is, Pat. Yeah, feel free to have your opinions that I'm just doing it wrong. I'm gonna drink a little water, then we'll get back into. Hey, there we go. There we are. Okay, so now is the part of the stream where I continue to work on this waste, and I talk to you about Komi Can't Communicate, which is a Komi-San Can't Communicate is, I believe, the name of the manga, but the Netflix name is Komi Can't Communicate, which is about, this beauty, this like person that like doesn't talk to people and doesn't communicate with anyone, and she's like, oh, she's got this mysterious aura about her, and oh, it's high school, and like, what's going on with this girl? Well, we know what's going on with her, and then people find out pretty quickly. She is incredibly shy and just terrified of talking to people, and so she doesn't talk to anyone. That's her big thing, is that she can't like get the words out. She needs help. And she gets it with our main dude who's like, figures it out. Like, oh, you have trouble communicating. I'll be your friend. Sure. We'll figure this out. Like, is he interested in her because like she is beautiful? Yes. But does he also get this like, I'm the guy that's helping you kind of thing going there where it's like her making advances, her making friends, her like talking on the phone. He's really proud of her. It's a little like proud papa kind of vibe while also being like falling in love with her. So there's a little romance in it, but right now we haven't seen too much of that. It's kind of sweet, kind of cute. Like, okay, well, hey, I have some friends you can make friends with, and then through circumstance, other people will come around, and maybe we'll make friends with them too, and I'll make friends with them. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about the anime Komi Can't Communicate, which is available on Netflix and being released weekly instead of just once it's all done. Damn, I want an Eva unit model kit. I hear you. I haven't worked on. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. I haven't worked on the real grade Evas that came out last year. I should have gotten one of those when they came out, and I didn't. The last Eva that I worked on stream was the nano blocks, the tiny little not Legos that hurt when you put them together because they're very tiny and not sharp, but they're pointy. And it looked cool when it was done, but I don't really want to do nano blocks anymore. They weren't fun. But yeah, we're working on the Hi-Nu real grade right now and talking about the anime Komi Can't Communicate. So I like it. I like her. I like her trying. I like the because it's got this like manga. It's a great manga and maybe not necessarily the best anime because there are a lot of like thought balloons and like descriptors of how she's feeling that they still do in a manga style that is cool, but I think would read better if you were reading it. It would work better that way, I should say, instead of read better in manga format. I like him. I like that he does have stuff going on. It's not fully, like he's not like a shell of a person. We do get to see him because he is also kind of dealing with all of the wacky people in the show, and so he's trying to like keep everything together. Okay, so then where this show falls apart and where I can't necessarily recommend it is all of the all of the supporting cast are all weirdos because this is a romantic comedy and a friendship comedy. The comedy comes from these wacky characters and the misunderstandings that happen that follow around these people that didn't understand what Komi's deal was. They didn't understand like that. So they have their own ideas of what she's like and what she's about, right? So I'll talk about the least problematic of the three minor characters. Yes, the names are based on their personalities. Yeah. So you end up with, and I'm not going to say the names of these people. I'm just going to say their character traits. You've got the girl who just doesn't necessarily want to be your friend, but wants to be like, it's this like masochist. She's a masochist. And like, sure, that's your thing. That's how you want to be. You'd rather be Komi's pet dog than her friend. Okay. And that to me, my okay is like, all right. And that's my like least, the thing I have the least amount of issue with of any of them is that. Because folks that have watched these streams before, that have been here a while, know that there's another character that has one of my least favorite traits in anime, which is yandere. Oh, if there's anything I hate more than tsundere, it's yandere. Like, hey, a person gets kidnapped and threatened with murder, and then they're like, hey, don't do that. You should just be her friend. You can't kidnap someone because you think that he shouldn't be around the lady that you were obsessed with. And she's like, okay. And it's like, we're just all going to be cool with that. We're all just going to be cool with that, huh? I don't know about that. Did not like that. And then I want to be careful about this, right? Because uh, the idea of gender fluid, the idea of trans, the idea of questioning, being unsure of what your gender presentation is, or in this case, being very sure about it, it being a question mark, and then having everybody else having to deal with that and wanting to deal with that. I don't have a problem with any of that shit. Because we got a character who is like, I'm a girl. And in middle school, I felt like a boy. But now I'm a girl. And that fucking is cool. That is a cool thing to have and is a cool trait to have. And I'm sure there's gonna be somebody out there that watches that just is like, this is my thing. This is what I'm in. Yes, I'm here for this. This is identify with this. I understand this. This is great. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with it being a joke or like it's hard to say this exactly, and I have to think more about it because we will get the end of the year when I talk about the shows I'm watching at the end of the season. I'll have to talk about this show again. Like, I don't need a moment in an episode where the boys are going to change in one bathroom, the girls are going to go change in another bathroom. She walks into the women's room, she heads to the women's changing room, and is stopped and told to go to the like non-gendered bathroom. I don't need that, and that's a comedy joke because it's a comedy. So among all everything else is treated like a joke, like the person that wants to be treated like a dog, and the person that is like threatening people's lives because they love the idea of a person and all of that. Well, then you also want to joke about this other thing, and I'm like, that's not fun to me. I think the idea of like, oh, I knew you as a boy, and her being like, yeah, I was one then. Like her big joke is that she's androgynous, and everyone's just like, what's your deal? That's like the big joke. I do like that she is just like a weird, vibrant character. That she is a force of nature. I think it rules that she's a force of nature. Um, but it also like part of this is the reality that we live in a world where like my YouTube recommendations are anime clips. A lot of them are anime clips, and a bunch of them are about labeling her as a trap, which is just depending on who you talk to, either derogatory or just kind of annoying and weird and misguided. But the idea, if you're unfamiliar with the term, is that oh, this is somebody presenting as a girl that's really not, and you got trapped into being attracted to them. You got tricked, which is also, hey, let's say, dangerous to trans people. It sucks, even if it is not meant to be ill-intended. It often is. So it's just the thing where it's like, no, because she says she's a girl. And so then you just say, sure. Like, you just say, sure. Like, okay, just accept it. And it's fine. That shouldn't be a joke. And so, yeah, so I have mixed feelings about Komi can't communicate. I like some of the characters, and I like some of the presentation of it. There's a guy that just dresses and acts like a ninja in the background. Sure. Great. There are some fun characters in it, and there's some, like, touching moments. And I really like that when they meet her mom has, like, so much personality, and she's, like, kind of a ditz, but also beautiful. And, like, really fun. And then it turns out her dad is also silent, but he talks a little bit more. And I like that. I love seeing the family. And her brother just seems normal. Just seems like a mix of the personalities. I don't know. There was stuff I liked about that. But overall, Um, I am mostly not thrilled with the show. I'm probably going to keep watching because I'm not watching a lot this season, but it comes into the like hard to recommend category, which there this season I got a few of those. I got a few shows this season that are, in my opinion, anime that are hard to recommend to people that are like, this is really cool, but there's a lot of caveats for me to be like, hey, you should check this out. Um, but yeah, but I also know that there are plenty of shows this season that people are watching and really liking that I'm not. I know that I am in the minority about some of these shows this season, which is fine. Um, Anyway, we're going to talk about some manga that I've been checking out. I got two manga series to tell you about that I have been watching and enjoying quite a bit. Mick, did I enjoy both these? Yes, I did enjoy both these, actually. Sometimes I read a thing and talk to you about it, and I wasn't super thrilled with it. In this case, I was thrilled with both of these. So we'll start with It Seems My Body is Completely Invincible, which is is a reincarnation story. It is a reincarnation isekai. Our main character, our RMC, she was always sickly. She was in the hospital her whole life, and she died as a teenager. And her big regret was that she didn't get like to do stuff. Like she knew through media and through like osmosis, she understood like what a like teenager and a young child and an adult like what she understood what she was missing out on, which is it's rough. And so her dying like regret, her wish, I guess, is like she was like, if I get reincarnated, I would love to have like a strong body, like a body that didn't get hurt. And apparently, her wish has been fucking granted because she has incredible strength, like superhuman strength, and also, her body would need to handle that strength, right? So her body has very high magic capacity. So she is a very strong character that can do magic and also is strong. And she learns how to use a sword from her father because she is the daughter of a duke who was well known for being a swordsman. So she's got that going for her. And she's just like kind of like strong and I really enjoy the idea. There's two things about her early days that I like. One is she tells her maid, because she has a maid who's like a couple years older than her. She tells her maid, "Hey, I was reincarnated. I have these memories from a previous life." And her maid is just like, "You're very strong. You're weirdly strong, and you have this. You like think of things that no one else thinks of. So sure, I will believe you." She ends up making friends with like a son of like an incredibly strong knight, and she makes friends with a well-known magic user, and also the prince of the country. Um, and they all become good friends, and eventually, when they get to school, they add in another character who is another strong swords person to kind of even out the crew. And a lot of it that I'm reading through is a school story, and they don't spend too much time on it. Like they're getting through the years pretty fast, and I don't mind that it's focusing on their school because it's fun. It's like uh, the fun dynamic is the idea that she doesn't want to stand out because she's like, I don't want to like become the national hero and have to like fight wars or anything. So like I'm going to try my best not to stand out. But also that's balanced with the fact that like her friends are all important people and so they have responsibilities and she doesn't want to be left out of doing fun things with her friends. So she's going to stand out. She also like can't not help them. Um, and yeah, it's fun. And there's hijinks. There's some silliness. There's a whole thing where like she gets dumped in this like potion or not potion. It was like mandrake liquid, and it ends up making like her like incredibly attractive to other people, and even more so than she already was. She doesn't understand why she has a fan club. You can wear whatever you want to school, and since she didn't get to go to school in Japan in her previous life, she ends up getting like school uniforms made, and those of course become, because they're cute, become very popular, and so a lot of people wear uniforms. Also because she didn't want to stand out, so she had like her friend also wear it, but that just made them both stand out, and then people were like, I also want to wear this costume. I don't know. It's cute. It's fun. It's got all the reincarnation stuff and the isekai stuff that I'm into because I like that stuff. But it also has fun characters, uh, and yeah, it's got some drama, but it's also kind of chill. And there's like probably some big thing coming, but like also pretty damn great. I don't know. So that's it seems my body is completely invincible. I like it. I think it is a strong show. And then or manga, I should say. And then the other thing I've been reading, this would be pretty quick for me to tell you all about, is um I would say Meshinuma. Meshinuma is a like 1 page or 2 pages, like very short. No, it's not 2 pages. It's 2 or 3 pages. Um, Manga about a dull guy. He's just like, he works a job that he's not great at. There's a thing where multiple times people call him by the wrong name, and when he corrects them, they're just like, yeah, whatever. Um, and there's nothing necessarily interesting about him, and it's just a comic about him going about his day by day, and then he goes home, or he's going to go home, but he stops along the way to get food, and that's where he comes alive. Is he goes and gets some kind of food, um, and has this smile on his face, and you can tell he's just so psyched about the food he's eating, and he's so happy to be consuming this food that is so great. Uh, and the running gag in this is that's every issue is just like him eating, and then somebody, either an employee of the place he's eating at, or just somebody walking by, or multiple people walking by, is that women go from like, oh, this guy's really plain, to why do I think this guy is cute? Um, and that's like literally every chapter is just somebody being like very surprised to find, like, they're like, oh, there was one girl that was like, she works part time. She's like, I want to pick up more shifts because she wants to be there in case he comes back during her shift. And it's just fun. It is a fun bit of business that I like. That they're like just interested in. He's just like got this like little bit of a fan club everywhere he goes while he eats food, and that's all it is. I hope that he gets to do like, oh, there is a little bit where like he gets some donuts for a coworker, and she like misreads that, like, she's like, is he hitting on me? And she's like, no, he was just being nice. But then she's just like now kind of interested in him because she saw how him eating. I don't know. It's fun. I'll read more of it. It's enjoyable. I believe there was an anime adaptation of this, but it was like for phones. It was like a mobile thing. So I don't think there's any way for me to watch it. I don't know if anybody collected it and fan subbed it. I don't believe so. So I don't think, yeah, that didn't get licensed here. So I don't think I'll ever be able to see that. But yeah, it's good. I like it. Also, a thing about this is uh, it's one of those it's one of those books, and also fits in with the anime. Like I'm watching uh, Restaurant to Another World. Makes me want Japanese food. Really does. And there is a local place near here, near me, that's fairly new, that apparently does have very good katsudon, which is awesome. Chicken and pork katsu, in the rice bowl, with curry, real good. Um, Japanese curry should specify. Really psyched about the idea of that because that was in one of the chapters, and I was like, oh, That's something I want. I tweeted about this the other day, how I miss go-go curry. So, if you're ever in New York, and there's one in Newark, and there's one in Houston, and there's one in Cambridge, Massachusetts, go to Go Curry and get yourself some chicken or pork katsudon, and you will not be disappointed. They are they're like the best chain in America to do that. They're a Japanese chain that is starting to open some franchises here in the U.S. They have several in New York, and one in various other places. I believe there's one coming soon to Dallas because I went on their website because I was like, oh, I miss Go Curry. Go is 5, so it's 5. It's the number 55 curry. The number 55 is the number of a baseball player whose name escapes me, Japanese baseball player who was from the same region of Japan that this katsudon style of curry is from. This curry sauce is from that region. So, so basically, oh, okay, because because of that, they've named it that. And so, Go Curry has a baseball theme, which I love the idea of that. And so the servings are single, double, triple, and home run. That's the size servings. I usually get the double for lunch, and the home run for dinner. But I would stop and get there. Also, very inexpensive for that. Really, just good. Japanese curry is like there's no heat to it. I mean, you can get it, but that's not the point of it. Japanese curry is about just these very balanced, earthy, hearty flavors. They stick to your ribs, like fill your stomach, like warm you up. And then, of course, you've got this either pork cutlet or chicken cutlet that has been fried and then sliced. And it's sliced for you because you want to be able to use chopsticks. And it, placed over the rice and the curry. Could you get cheese on it? You could. I don't love cheese on my curry, but some people really love it. Yeah, excellent. Highly recommend. Katsudon in general, specifically Go Curry's Katsudon. Okay, so before let me stop talking about food because I'm just going to get hungry and I've got to keep streaming here for a little while longer. Let me ask y'all, hey, what are y'all watching? What are you playing? What are you talking about? As I said, the only thing I've been playing is Fallout. Not Fallout. I haven't played Fallout. I was playing some Fallout because there's the New Vegas mod in Fallout 4, so I was checking that out. I've been playing Halo. I just playing Halo Infinite with occasionally with a friend, but mostly just like pickup games. But let me know what y'all checking out. What are you doing? What are you watching? What are you playing? Lord Crescent says, watch Jen play that terrible Popeye game. Oh yeah, that how did this get approved for the Switch Popeye game? That game is a piece of work right there. Piece of work, piece of crap, whatever. That is a fun thing to watch someone play. Yeah. Lastbrook says, I rewatched the 2017 GBE stream, Extra Life stream at work this weekend, the one with magic. Oh, fun. That's a fun thing. I watched the season premiere of Star Trek Discovery last night. Pretty good. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. I am way behind on all that Star Trek stuff because I don't have Paramount Plus. Eventually, I would like to get caught up on all of the Star Treks. I had a screener of Lower Decks because a friend of mine worked on the show. And then another friend of mine started working on it, so I was able to get that, which was cool. All right, F9, and then I need F9 again, then H and C, and then we will be done with the lower half of this kit, and we can start working on the chest. That's cool. Friday, I did watch some of Dave Lang's stream, his Extra Life stream. I was happy to do that and check that out because it's Dave Lang. Why not? But yeah, there were more Extra Life this past weekend. I did watch a little of that. Let's see, is there anything else that I've been checking out? Like I said, yeah, my video gaming has been Halo, which is weird to say in 2021 that I've been playing a bunch of Halo, but I have, and I'm enjoying it. Um, and I've been playing, like I said, kind of tooling around in the fall. It's very early. This Fallout New Vegas in Fallout 4 mod stuff is very early, but it's still good. Aristfan says, I finished up the Foundation series. I enjoyed the adaptation. Cool. Glad you enjoyed it. Uh, but yeah, this Fallout New Vegas in Fallout 4 mod is very early, but it's still good. I'm still enjoying it. Still fun. Get in there, see what they have in there and what they don't, what weird modifications they can make, and what they can't. But still, yeah, still cool. And then yeah, that's kind of it for games for me. Played Jackbox with a few friends over the weekend. That was fun. As I said on Friday, I'm probably going to be able to play a little bit more. Or no, sorry, Thursday night I should say. I'll play a little bit more of that with some other friends. Looks like we're going to try to make some time to do that in our hangout. Eventually, the Zoom call will end, and then some people will just jump on Discord and play. That's the plan, anyway. Because that is a tradition, is to play Jackbox games on Thanksgiving at my Friendsgiving thing, which is not happening. My friends are doing in person, and the same people that do the Thanksgiving also did a Christmas party. And I will be in Philadelphia for the Christmas party. Obviously, I wouldn't be attending the New York in-person version, but I could have done the virtual because they're going to do a mixed reality. That's not what they're calling it, but they should call it mixed reality. But they're going to do like a mixed thing of like having people there and also having have it be a Zoom. And so I was going to do the Zoom, but it is when I am in Philadelphia, so I will not be doing that, which is fine. But yeah, I hope people have a good Thanksgiving. Of course, I'll see you again. I'll see you before that. We're not quite done wrapping up here yet, folks. We're not wrapping up just quite yet. But again, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I'll mention it here at the end of the stream. Please hang out here on Wednesday night where I'll be continuing to work on this model kit. I will not be playing a video game this Wednesday. I will be doing model kit building because I will not be doing model kit building on Thursday. So to have something for you on Wednesday, we're just going to build because I really actually want to keep working on this kit. I'm really enjoying this kit quite a bit, so I want to get further into it. Yeah, and I'm taking Thursday off for Thanksgiving. Again, I recommend watching Loading Ready Run this Thursday, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, to see my friend Ian Horner, do some kind of thing, which was also that, as I said before, that's his stream. Tinker Tailor Solder Fry was a big and continues to be a big influence on me and a big encouragement in me doing this because he's done everything from model kits to modding consoles to working on monitors and computers and cooking, all kinds of stuff that I don't have any necessarily skills to do or actually interest in doing those kind of things. Like I wouldn't want to just modding a console is not a thing that I would probably do on one of these streams. But I do take big inspiration from him for doing stuff and building Gundam and having guests and doing all kinds of cool shit on that show, which is like generally every other Thursday. But yeah, I've taken a lot of inspiration from him and that show to do this. So it is when he streams the Thursdays, I always watch it and the lead into me doing this because it's fun to check him out. All right, so we're going to work on the chest unit now. We're going to get started on the chest. We're not going to get too much in it because I'm going to be streaming for another, 5 to 10 minutes. So, but we'll get some of this done. We'll get some of this set up here. F1. I'll need another F1. Then G. That's G pieces. We need G20 and G14. So yeah, so we'll move on to the chest. So yeah, I don't really have anything else um coming up, but on the pipeline, getting ready for Thanksgiving stuff. That's about it. I hope you guys, have a fun Thanksgiving, but I also hope y'all come and hang out with me on Wednesday because it'll be fun. Wednesday's going to be a good time. Working on a model kit on a Wednesday. Rarely do we do the Wednesday build streams, but that was the thing. I'd rather build on Wednesday than play a game. So we'll do that since I'm taking Thursday off. I did think about doing a Thursday hangout or a Friday hangout. Not going to do that. Just going to take the day off fully and then not do a Friday. But then we'll be back on Saturday for more of that. Uh, Good times. Oh, F1. That's what I was like. What am I taking out here? It'll be good. And then yeah, as I said, on Friday, look forward on Friday. Of course, $5 and $10 patrons over on patreon.com/PatBear. You'll see it on Thursday. It'll be a Thanksgiving video for you. But I am going to film and put up a video about the current model kits in my backlog, so that people can see what I've got waiting for me. And I'll probably also mention um, uh, like what what I have coming in the mail that's theoretically is coming by the end of November because I do have two things. So I'll probably mention those, give them at least like lip service, but yeah, I don't know if I don't 100% know if I'll do that. That's like a game time decision if I'll mention those things. All right, so how does this like this? Yeah. I put this on wrong. Dirty says, I watched the first episode of The Wheel of Time. Gonna wait for it all come out and binge. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, hey, sometimes you want to watch something weekly. Sometimes you just want it to all be out, and then you could just marathon it. I totally understand that. Yeah, I put this on wrong, so I'm gonna flip this around. Let's see if I can wedge this piece out here. It's gonna be tough to wedge this out, I think. There we go. Getting it out now. Try to get this piece out without breaking anything. It's always fun to do. Always fun. Slowly try to remove a piece without breaking anything or stabbing myself with the tool. Always a fun challenge. There we go. And then if I flip this around, make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Great. Okay. That looks right. But yeah, I understand. Like I like weekly stuff, but I also appreciate when you can just like wait on it. Because the nice thing about waiting on it is, you know, uh, you watch it at your pace. You don't have to worry about oh, there's stickers on here. All right, we're ending with stickers. That's always fun. We'll end with stickers. I'll get a couple stickers on here. That's how we'll end the stream. Stickers we probably won't see, but we'll put them on there anyway. Which is 8. There's like 4 stickers. I gotta all these stickers here. But yeah, you don't have to like if like the pacing is slow, if there's a cliffhanger, if they like if they take an extra week, sometimes that certainly happens with anime, which is always tough. I joked about this, like this is a while ago. Some people may remember that I was watching this series that I don't usually hate watch, but I began to really dislike it, but there were only a few episodes left, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to finish the show. It was an anime called Infinite Dendogram, based on the manga. I don't know if there was a light novel. I didn't realize because I was like episode 8 or so. I was like, I think I'm done with this, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to finish watching it. I didn't know that it was 13 episodes, and also there were 2 delays where they like had to like wait a week or skip a week and then like pick it up again. So it just like dragged out, and so it was like a 15-week affair to finally finish the whole thing. And like literally episode 13 got delayed, and I was like, oh, I have to keep watching this thing because it was just enough about it that was annoying. There was just enough about it that was interesting, and a lot that was annoying. Then I was like, I think I'm going to keep watching this. That's a show where one character is heavily implied to be the son of Sherlock Holmes. And then after that, it's never mentioned again. And you're like, hey, you can't just like say this kid is the son of Sherlock Holmes and then be like, and now other things. I mean, it wasn't the main character, I know, but like, come on, can't do that shit. There was a lot bad about that show. It was also called Infinite Dendogram, which is just like a weird name. There was a person in a bear costume who was very strong, and we didn't get to see enough of that character either. And I was like, that was annoying. He hid his identity by wearing a full bear costume. So I did like that, but he wasn't the main character. I did not like that part. Anyway, these stickers we will not see, probably. They'll probably like peek out, but that is always a weird thing. But we will follow the instructions and we will apply these stickers and do our best. Apply this really gently here in the corner. Slide this on. There we go. And our stickers are in. This is just like the first step of, we'll do one more little thing and then we're going to raid. I don't know who we're going to raid tonight, but we always end the streams with a raid. So we'll put this one top part on here, I-13, and then we'll do more of the chest on Wednesday, which is our next stream, as I said, is a build stream. As I mentioned, we'll get that on there. Yeah, so now we're done with the first actual step of the chest, and we'll have more to do later with that. But yeah, we're going to raid. That's how we end every stream here. Go to the intro screen there. And so please come along on this raid once we figure out who we're going to go hang out with. I think I know who I want to go raid, but I don't know for sure if they are still streaming. Let's see who is doing stuff that we want to go hang out with. We were talking about Halo. Jordan, who took part in Desert Bus, we were also talking about Desert Bus, is back from Desert Bus with his first stream back. Jordan, also known as RayFK, is streaming. And so we're going to go give Jordan a raid, playing some Halo Infinite. That'll be fun, so we'll go do that. So feel free to come along on this raid. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but it'll be a good time. But let me get this set up. Oh, and I believe that Matt Wiggins is also playing with Jordan, which is great. Matt, we've also raided before. So feel free to come along this raid. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's going to be fun. It's some fun friends playing Halo, and that's a good time. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Either way, come back on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, for more model kit building. And as always, I hope you have a great time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.